Man, one of the things that I love most about the independent artist route is that sometimes you'll get shown love from some of the big dogs that are establishing the game and got these high profile celebrity like statures, and they'll just randomly show love. And that's what happened to your boy. I'm an independent artist, and I just got a shout out one time, Mr. This Is How We Do It, Montel Jordan, for rocking my merchandise on halftime during the Cardinals versus the Rams. So that don't really got nothing to do with what we about to talk about. It kind of does, but I just had to put that out there just so it's out there on YouTube. Thank you for allowing me.
Man, yeah. So. It's, now, just so everybody knows, the still part of that, I don't get any royalties because I threw you layup on that part. I think it makes the shirt just that one word, beside the whole God.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Okay.
No, we're happy for you.
Yeah.
So if you guys have not grabbed the merch, we usually drop the link in the description sometimes, especially when people ask about it. So drop the link in the description if you guys want to grab a hoodie, shirt. I don't know what else you have. Are there any hats with it?
Got hats too.
Hats that have the slogan?
No, the logo. But we can get a hat with the slogan. We need to work.
Yeah,
we'll
get the hat with the slogan.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, you guys visit that link if you want some of that merch.
Yes, indeed. So speaking about established artists and musicians, today we were talking about who are the richest musicians in 2021. We have a list of rankings here. You want to go ahead and walk us through some of that?
Yeah. We got number one for 2021. Might be a surprise for some people, but it shouldn't be if you were listening to our show. Bruce Springsteen came in at number one. Jay-Z at number two. Paul Simon, number three. Kanye, number four. Ryan Tedder, number five. Red Hot Chili Peppers, number 6. 7, Lindsey Buckingham. 8, Motley Crue. 9, Blake Shelton. And 10, Taylor Swift. Now, out of all of those, the only ones that are not on this list because of a very large sum of money coming from catalog sales that as we've been talking about are Jay-Z, Kanye, and Taylor Swift. The rest of them, that's why you might see some names on here that you're like, all right, yeah, they're popular, but like I didn't see them coming up that much in 2021 because of these huge catalog sales. So whenever artists get if you get an offer that's kind of too good to pass up on, they've been taking it.
Yeah.
And this has been happening over and over and over and over and over. And we've told you guys that if you're just paying attention, just look into the future just a little bit. Investment funds it's not just record labels coming in and buying these up. These are investment funds.
Yeah.
People that they didn't really have to have any experience with music prior to this. They just know where technology is heading, and then they just buy this up because the money was very flowing this past year. They printed a lot of money because they swung a little too hard on that. I guess I kind of get the argument that you have to. You didn't know how long this was going to last, but just how much was printed, that was just far too much. So people started to get very frivolous with their investing and spending. And you just saw, I think it peaked right around, it was like late summer, somewhere where it peaked where, everybody was just putting money somewhere.
Yeah.
And this was one of the areas it hit. So, you can see it across the board. It was hitting startups. It was hitting cryptos, hitting stocks, options, all that, the derivatives of, stocks and crypto. So it made its way into the music world. And these are really big payouts. Some of these people, Paul Simon, Bruce Springsteen, these are $2.5 billion that people got paid out. So especially if you don't want to deal with Bruce Springsteen, I'm not going to call him old, but he's older.
Yeah.
He just might be done, man. Even if there's a great opportunity around the horizon, they just kind of took the money, right? But for the people who bought it, so you guys can act on the information, is they're not just making this money back through Spotify royalties.
Right.
They're not just making this money back through sync licensing, even though sync licensing can sometimes outrank the Spotify, right? They are going to make this money back from technological advancements. That is NFTs, that is social tokens, crypto, and that is all the secondary sales that come from those. So and from streaming royalties, but not the type that we have right now. I've told you guys before. Give it a year or two. Streaming royalties are going to be the owner of the publishing is going to set that. So it'll be, if I think Bruce Springsteen costs 2 cents per play, I get to set that, or 1 cent or 1.5 cent or whatever, right? And then the app would just have like a little pop up or just tell you the streaming rate, and then you just hit the play button. And I just thought of something right now, like if it had let's say an artist wants to do a price increase. For anybody watching our channel and working on this idea, just give us a little bit of coins. That's all we want. Like I don't even need to get into like the first round of the company funding before the ICO. Just give me a little bit of coins because I'm going to buy some anyway. But let's say that song is at 2 cents per stream, and you want to bump it up to 3 cents because, just for example, because you see it getting more popular. Have a little window. It's called windowing in movies, that you just tell them, like, look, on this date it's going to be bumped up or bumped down, right? Give people a heads up on any rate changes. Now, this news can then have a ripple effect on the rest of the creator economy. Right. It's another buzzword you guys are starting to hear more, but you're going to hear it more and more, the creator economy. So what windowing does is it builds that hype, kind of like if you see good news come out about a company. Then if you go look at a chart, like a stock chart, crypto chart, whatever, you start to see this uptick right around the time that news happened. Right. So let's say that I'm a popular artist and I'm starting to get all these streams, right? And I also have a social token. And I say that, I already told my fans that it's going to be 25% of my streaming royalties that are going into my social token. I'll dump them back in there. Right. And it acts like a dividend, right? If I increase it by, 0.5 cents or whatever, even just a little bit, that's more revenue coming in for not only me as the artist, but everybody else who owns the token or the NFTs or whatever I'm doing. So that can then have a ripple effect on the share prices, the coin prices, NFT prices of my entire creator ecosystem. So you guys can get a lot more business savvy. Like the artists in these cases might not even be thinking of all these ideas. I just gave you guys that one for free though. We've had a couple ideas that I've just dropped on here. Like I said, I don't really see myself going out and getting all the funding and whatever. Not right now, at least. Maybe I'll have, a bit more free headspace later on this year. But that idea in and of itself, them having, if you think about how much that can make, them paying $50 million for a catalog, even though that's a big number with the current system. In the future system, they are going to make that back. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're going to make that back. And it honestly might be slept on a little bit because even bumping it up to 1 cent per stream, that's like a 10x on overnight profits. That's crazy to think about. And people, the average person does not play that many songs per month. Facts. They are paying a lot more per stream right now, even though the artist is not getting a lot more per stream. So the idea of crypto is to minimize the middleman, to get the middleman as small as possible. They're still going to make a good buck in the middle, but it's just decentralized now. Right. So they get a lot more money up front with the crypto, but then, in the future, just like the sustainable income and growth, that model is going to be favorable for the fan, the artist, the investor. So that is why you guys see these numbers as big as they are. But there's going to be a reason. Give it a year or two. Facts.